Hey ladies, so we're just talking about the stuff of our lives this month, and if you remember from our Walk Humbly series, I talked about how my life hasn't quite turned out the way that I pictured it. I thought there'd be some things that were different, that I'd be a little further along in one area or another, and that's just not the case, right? And so the temptation is to feel like this is how it'll always be, this won't ever change, I'm stuck, and to kind of lose hope. But that's not truth, right? Like, that's not what God says about our lives at all. God says that he's a God of the living and not the dead, which means that he's a God of things increasing and flourishing and thriving, not things decaying and dying and becoming stagnant. So one of the things, or a couple of things that I've learned to do to get myself out of the stuck headspace is to refuse offense. Sometimes it's tempting to feel like God is not on your side, that God is not for you, that you're stuck because he's not working it out or lining up the ducks, that you're trying as hard as you can, and God is just not holding up his end of the bargain. But that's not the case. God is faithful. One of the scriptures that I love that speaks to this theme is Hebrews 13:5. Hebrews 13:5 says in the latter part of the verse that God will not leave you, will not forsake you, will not abandon you, won't leave you without hope. He will not relax his hold on you. Ephesians talks about while we were yet sinners, God gave us his son. While we were at our worst, God gave us his best. If there was nothing else that would prove that he is team you, that should have sealed it for you. And so you've got to reconcile, you've got to renew your mind to believe that God is for you, right? You being stuck, that's not his doing. That's not even how he sees your life. You're not stuck. He's for you. The God of the universe is on your side. Things will go well for you, right? The other thing that I've had to learn how to do is to learn the lesson of the season, right? So we are where we are for purpose. There's some reason that you're why you are where you are. God is not opposed to allowing you to take another lap around when you don't learn your lesson. When you complain, when you whine, when you stress, when you freak out, you're wasting time. There's something here for you to learn, something here for you to glean. Sometimes it's perspective change. Sometimes it's learning that, okay, well, if things are not moving in the way that you want them to in one area, God is thriving and flourishing you in another. Sometimes it's learning that when things aren't adding up in the natural, God is still working on your behalf in the spiritual. You got to learn whatever the lesson is of your season. God is pruning you for purpose where you are. And it's important that you take the lesson, learn the skill to move forward in the things that he's called you to, because he always has increase on his mind for you. So remove any offense that you might have in your heart against the Lord. Learn the lesson of your season. God is for you. God is big enough to handle wherever you are, whatever's going on, and he has got increase on his mind for you. Make it a great week.